Hello everyone. I welcome you all in this session, which is UPSC plus State PCS preparation session. Many students are facing challenges in doing simultaneous study. Some of them have approached me. Some of them are my batch student only, and some other students are approaching me to have guidance on this topic. Many students are facing one challenge is that their syllabus is completely different. Some students are facing challenges of timeline. So I thought of conducting a session where doubts of everybody will be solved, and whatever I want to address from my side, that also can be done. So this session is divided into three parts. One first part is immediate state PCS is Maharashtra State PCS MPSC. For those candidates who have joined for MPSC, I will brief what they have to do in the next 10 days. Later on, we will discuss for those state PCS, which will happen after 2-3 months or 1 month, and how you are supposed to approach them. And lastly, we will open the session for question and answer and your all doubts and queries. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen and we can start. Okay, can you all see the screen? Right? Done. So MPSC is immediately on 28th September. So just 10 days are remaining. MPPSC is, UPPSC is on 12th October. And Punjab PCS was scheduled, but due to flood situation, it might definitely get postponed or we don't know. It is yet to be decided. So for last 10 days strategy for MPSC, how many of you are here for MPSC? Can you comment in the message box? Who are appearing for MPSC on 28th September? Okay, so I can see, done. Right. So this first slide is for you. I will explain what you are supposed to do in upcoming 10 days. And after that, if you want to drop out of meeting, you can definitely drop because your time is very limited. Otherwise, you can continue. So first and foremost thing, many students are asking me that there some syllabus portion is remaining, like some portion of social reformer, some portion of Maharashtra geography. So please do not do anything, any new thing now. These are the last 10 days. You will not be able to retain the data in your head. So just revise whatever you have done. I know you must have heard this from many other people also that you are just supposed to revise, but students feel tempted to go for new data or just few new facts. But trust me, it won't be retained in your brain. And if you use this time to do something new, whatever you have done previously, revision is not happening for that. And that also you will your hold will be gone for that data also. So even if you feel like this is very repetitive topic, this is very repetitive theme and you have not done it, let me just do it so that I will be able to solve the questions. Please stop yourself. You are supposed to revise only those things that you have covered 1 or 2 times before. And while you are revising, you are supposed to extract the data. For example, I used to make very micro notes for my exam preparation. Whenever the exam is like 10 days away, I have a set of notes. Whenever the exam is like 4 or 5 days away, I have very small set of notes. So it is very easy to do the multiple revision. Multiple revision will definitely give you confidence. This is mind game also. When the last 10 days are there, it is not wholly about study. It is more of a mind game. So if if you feel that you have hold over your data, you will feel confident, and automatically, even if you are not, let us suppose you left 20 to 30% of the syllabus and 70% is there, but you are revising the 70% again and again, you will feel like you are well prepared for this examination. Are you getting? This has happened with me for many times. Like I have appeared for UPSC prelims and I have cleared it 7 times. So every time, even if I am very well prepared, if I am not revising, I will feel that I have not prepared or I will feel that little underconfidence. So revision is the key to make your syllabus retain in your brain and also to have that emotional confidence that you have prepared for this examination. So first thing is that. Second thing is those facts which you are not able to remember, those facts which you are not able to retain. extract them. Let us suppose very minute some dates, some if MPSC is asking some question on some important dates, so that kind of data you can extract. Then if MPSC is asking some kind of personalities, or let us suppose some geographical factors, that data you can extract. So extract those things which you are not able to retain in your brain, so that you will revise it when the exam is 2 days away. Okay, so these are the micro notes that you will have when you are going for the exam. You can revise them. Now you have to, that third point, see, I have covered this revise, and then micro notes for VIMP topic. Third point is study light. Study light means, let us suppose for the past 2 months you were studying very bulky books. You were studying things which needed lots of time, which needed lots of energy to extract notes and everything, bulky books, right? But now if you go to read bulky books, it will not be that cost effective. Like your input and output will be very problematic if you study very bulky things now. So you have to study light. Study light means, one is revision, second is you will do mapping, flip the pages of your atlas. You will do some discussion for current affairs. So whatever study, you will do PYQ analysis, very important. You will do PYQ analysis. So this is like study light, rather than sitting and making a bulky notes. You will do light study now. Okay, Santosh, can you stop editing the slide? Okay, thank you so much. So shift your gear. If you are in a very fast mode till now, shift your gear. Be on a little slow pace. Be little comfortable in your study light. Okay, this is very important, because till the last day of your exam, if you are studying the way you were studying for the last 2 months, it will not be effective. It will increase your anxiety. Okay, so shift your gear of study. Then second thing is scheduling things properly. So now people will feel like, what I will do for the next last 10 days if the exam is just 8-9 days away. Okay, so you have to schedule, like when you are waking up, when you are doing your static revision, when you are doing your some CSAT questions, when you are doing PYQ, when you are doing let us suppose revision of current affairs. So you have to schedule the slots, like 2 hours for this, 2 hours for this, 1 hour for CSAT. If you have proper schedule and you are following for the next 8-9 days, it will be very helpful. Your schedule till now might be different, but your schedule for the last 10 days should be different. Now here you are not supposed to solve any test. So in your schedule, I see so many students are like, I will solve one test every day till the examination and I'll go for it. Don't do that. Even if let us suppose you have not solved test, I hope and all of you must have solved at least 1 or 2 tests by now, minimum 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, right? If you have not solved any test, let us suppose in very extreme scenario, if you have not solved any test, you solve it today, one test, that's it. And again you solve it if the score of that test is not affecting your mental stability. If you solve the test and then you see the score, even if the score is okay, it is not up to your expectations, your mind is getting demoralized, then this is not a good pattern. Okay, so no test solving. You are not supposed to judge yourself in the last 10 days, how much preparation you have done, how much score you are doing. You are not supposed to do anything, and you are just supposed to revise and assure yourself that you are confident and you are doing your study nicely, you have done your study nicely, you have covered the things nicely. These kind of self motivation talks are very important, rather than pushing yourself for some performance judgment and then feeling that you have not done it nicely. Or this is a very common feeling when the exam is 8-10 days away, that I could have done this bundle of current affairs, I could have done this topic, I could have done that PYQ book. So please do not fall into this vicious cycle. Whatever you have done is enough to clear this examination. You trust yourself with this, right? Now again, in MPSC there are two papers, so please do not neglect CSAT. So even if the CSAT is very normal and very light for MPSC examination, do not neglect it. Do not take anything for granted. You never know what type of questions will be there, what type of paper pattern will be there this year. So do not take anything for granted. It will cost you an attempt, right? If you take anything granted, if you take anything lightly, it is a matter of one attempt, it is a matter of one complete year, and which is very costly. Okay? So whatever is there for paper, you treat everything respectfully, prepare everything respectfully, and and treat yourself also respectfully. Just do not feel that I'm forgetting everything. I feel like I have not read this. I feel that I do not remember anything. This is means you are disrespecting your preparation, right? Please do not do that also. And this is the study part, like revision, micronotes, light study, then scheduling things, CSAT. This is study part. But more than study, what will matter in the last 10 days is your emotional stability. Like Bihar State PCS happened like last week. I discussed this thing, many students discussed this thing with me, that even if they had good preparation, their mental instability hampered their performance. This is a very, very common scenario in any competitive examination. For the 4, 5, 6 months, people will study very nicely. They will gather enough data. They will have confidence over their study. But when it comes to last 8 to 10 days, the anxiety, the emotional instability will take the toll. And in spite of such a hard work, things may not fall in place. So I would say, rather than even study also, now emotional stability is the biggest important factor that you have to take care. For emotional stability, there are various aspects. Okay, so I'm not just saying that maintain your cool calm. I will tell you practical things which are required to maintain that emotional stability, and a very detailed video is already prepared by me to on this topic. So if you see this video on YouTube, believe in yourself. So I have talked about various things which are required for emotional stability during the last 10 days, right? Okay. So I'm talking about how our mind is, tricking us with flight and fight attitude. Then I'm also talking about how you're supposed to, wait, give me a minute, it is buffering. With all these things, it is okay. How you are supposed to tune yourself into positive frequency. So there are various aspects.
What if I told you you can erase negative thoughts, overthinking, and childhood trauma?
Okay, so you go please and watch this last 10-day strategy before prelims. This is for UPSC prelims, but of course everything will be applicable to any state PCS prelims or any exam per se. That the the things for emotional stability will remain exactly the same, may it comes any exams, right? So that video you are supposed to watch. Then yes, next, no test solving I have already covered, because it will go for a mind game kind of thing rather than just helping you for the preparation, right? And last and most important things for those who are appearing for MPSC on 28, take care of your health. Now, enough of preparation. A sound sleep is very important. I'm not saying this for relaxation. This is a scientific fact that whatever you have read, if you want your memory and your brain to retain it, relaxed memory and relaxed brain is very important, and that will come only with the sound sleep. So a sound sleep of 7 to 8 hours is non-negotiable for last 10 days. I know so many people who will not be able to sleep 1 2 days before examination, and it will be really challenging for them to concentrate, right? Yes, so a coordinator has posted the link of YouTube video in the comment section. You are supposed to watch it. So for BPSC also, like I talked with 2 3 students, they were not able to sleep 1 2 days before examination. They made mistakes in paper, like wrongly reading the questions, bubbling the questions wrongly. So these things should not happen. These are something very, very normal silly mistakes which will be hampering your attempt, which will be hampering your success, right? So a sound sleep is extremely important, non-negotiable, and please do not feel that I will sleep 3 days for, I let us suppose the exam is on 28. So I will sleep nicely for 26, 27, and 25. Trust me, till that the anxiety will be little higher, and it will not be possible to suddenly shift into the pattern where you are now sleeping for 5 6 hours, and there you are sleeping 8 hours very nicely, cool and calm, with a cool and calm state. So from today onwards itself, make it a habit that you are sleeping as per the exam cycle. Let us suppose the exam is at 9 a.m. in the morning. You are supposed to leave the home 7 a.m. on the exam day due to exam center. So you are supposed to wake up at 6. So adjust your schedule, adjust your sleeping habit. So 10 a.m., 10 p.m. you are sleeping, 6 a.m. you are waking up. So this schedule you start following from today itself, right? These are very small things, but if you do not take care of it, it will cost you an attempt, which is very, very, very challenging and very, very problematic. Right? So these are the few advices, final advices that I want to give to MPSC students. If anybody has any challenge here or any doubt here, particularly MPSC students, because their exam is 10 days away, they can ask it. Else, we will go for the overall approach for state PCS and uh, state PCS and UPSC preparation. Anybody, any challenge, any doubt? Okay.
Hello, ma'am. Is it audible?
Yes. Yes. Who is
Ma'am,
speaking?
in last days, what should we do at just means मैम बहुत सारा रश हो जाता है कि ये करें ये देख लें इम्पोर्टेंट तो उस प्रेशर में हम कुछ भी नहीं कर पाते हैं सो हाउ टू मैनेज दैट in 1 week before the exam.
Okay, so I have told you that. Okay, so let us suppose, I hope you have some or the other notes prepared right now for your subjects, right? Or you don't have? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Some short notes.
Yes. Okay, so let us suppose for polity, you have some short notes. Please do not go to your source book, that is Lakshmikant. Refer to only your short notes. And let us suppose your short notes are also very bulky. So refer to only those sections which are repeated in your PCS, right? So let us suppose from polity, fundamental rights are very, very repetitive theme. So you will read fundamental rights, you will read DPSP, right? And you will not bother for, let us suppose, constitutional and non-constitutional bodies. So that chapter you can completely leave if your state PCs is not asking question on that. Again, let us suppose right now also you have not done enough PYQ analysis. Just take a book and just flip the pages, just see the mark weightage, which topic is very repetitive. So rather than doing everything, because it is not possible to do everything, do only those chapters or those topics from your every subject which your state PCS is asking frequently. So let us suppose, just hypothetically, I'm saying in geography, the river chapter is having a very high weightage, or the forest chapter is having a very high weightage. So revise that first. Then you revise polity, fundamental rights, parliament, those chapter. Then you revise modern India ka freedom struggle wala portion, 2-3 important movement. Then you revise economy, important themes like GDP, right, inflation. So first round should be for those themes which are highly, highly important. Then you have some time and you want to read it. Then second round will be for those things which are not that highly important. As you have time, you are covering them. Are you getting? Just revise the highly, highly important theme. If your notes for each and everything, micro notes are not ready, revise the highly important themes. And do not pressurize yourself that you have to read everything, then only you are supposed to go and clear this examination. It is not like that. uh, if you see the pattern, that even if you have left few chapters, you are still there, you are still capable of clearing it. But the only condition is that whatever you have read, you should not make mistake in that. Let us suppose you left constitutional and non-constitutional body in polity, and fortunately there is no question on that, and you have not done it also, but you have done fundamental rights, and you are making mistake from fundamental rights in examination, then it will be a disadvantage. So whatever you have done, whatever are the highly repetitive themes, you have hold over them. Understanding? Okay. Any other doubt? I'm seeing the chat box. Okay. So Rutuja, I'm forgetting things is a very common feeling when the exam is like 8-10 days away. It's okay. I believe that you have got that link of YouTube video. you please go and watch it. I have talked about all these things in detail, how to deal with this anxiety, how to deal with this mind game, right? And the only way to do is to take some concrete action against it. If I just tell you a few words of sympathy, it is not going to help. So you have to do some conscious actions, and that those are mentioned in that video. Okay, so it will be very helpful if you go and watch that. Current affair preparation is pending. I have read 3, 4 times, but feels like it's not enough. Don't go for any new source now, even if it is current affairs, even if you have not covered it all. Don't go for any new source, because I can give you in writing that your brain or anybody's brain will not be able to retain the data. So, whatever you have done, the only option is you have to trust that it is enough and revise it multiple times. Or the next option is you feel like I have not done enough, then already you are defeating your moral and you are defeating your mind before examination. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay? I know it's difficult to believe that whatever you have done is enough to clear this examination, but you have no choice because exam is just 8 to 10 days away, right? So rather than just demoralizing ourselves, rather than being our own enemy, just be our own biggest supporter. Just push ourselves positively. Rutuja, have you got the link of the video? Just confirm in the message box. Okay, so okay, Zayomi, I don't know your name, but yes, I will address this. So the biggest in prelims, I will tell you one secret, one open secret, right? So if I talked to so many people who attempted 2025 prelims, and what was astonishing factor is that they could not clear prelims by, let us suppose, 2 to 3 marks, or let us suppose 4 marks. Okay, so it is not like that you are not clearing prelims by 20 marks, then you are not a sincere candidate. But for sincere candidate, definitely if they are not clearing prelims, it will be due to, let us suppose, 2 to 3 marks or 4 to max 4 marks, right? And then I asked them how many silly mistakes you did. Okay, believe me, they have done it like 3, 4 minimum silly mistakes in the whole paper. 3, 4 silly mistakes means they knew the question, they knew the answer, they could not mark it right, or they misread the question, or they misread the option, or they could not read the all options in one go and analyze them and then choose the final option. So these are the silly mistakes. So 3 to 4 silly mistakes means directly 6 to 10 marks, right? 7, 8, 9, 10 marks. So this much of difference will definitely hamper your performance and chances of clearing the examination. So to be confident now, one biggest thing that you can do is no silly mistake at all. So you will read all the questions, like if the question is asking which of the following are the correct options or which of the following are not correct options. Okay, this you will read very nicely. You will read all the options. So there is a very famous fundamental duty question in UPSC prelims. In 2020, they asked the fundamental duty nature, and there were 4 options. Many students read the first options, which was right, and they marked it. But actually, D option had covered A option also and some extra facts about fundamental duty, and which they could. And D was better than A. But so many students just read A and they felt this is right, so they marked it. But there will be some more right options also. So second thing to avoid silly mistakes will be read all the options carefully. Do not even leave, even if you feel that A is answer, B is answer, you are supposed to read all options and choose one options which is the most appropriate option among the 4 options. Then next silly mistake will be bubbling. So there are so many students who in a hurry of bubbling, they will miss 1 or 2 bubbles and then whole series is going wrong. So these are some silly mistakes. If you avoid them, your score is already 6, 7 marks more than your actual score, right? And this might look very simple, but this is the biggest reason, one of the biggest reason why people are not clearing in spite of such a hard work. Okay, so please take care of this. Yes, see, I am talking all this for state PCS also. There are so many state PCS which are objective in nature. Just Bihar State PCS has happened, and I'm explaining these things from the students who have appeared for Bihar State PCS, and they made all these mistakes. Okay, I am telling you about UPSC examples just for a reference, but for various state PCS, the pattern is same. The bubbling mistake, the silly mistakes, the question misreading mistake. Okay. Okay. Then next is current affairs. Okay, current affair FOMO. Right. So Prasad, I would say that now 8 to 10 days are remaining for 8 to 10 days are remaining for your state PCS. So it will be really challenging to cover current affairs from scratch now. So do not worry for it. Just leave it and you revise your static. So it will be I don't know in yours you are if you are appearing for MPSC, static portion will definitely be there. So play on static, right? So this is for MPSC, right? Now we will go if you have any other doubt for MPSC, else we will go for combined preparation of MPSC and UPSC. Okay, Rutuja. So you have practiced enough test series. While solving questions, your mind starts thinking multiple thoughts at one time. I'm not able to focus. This happens while solving lengthy questions. Okay. So this might be happening because with every questions you are thinking about result, if I'm not wrong. Right, Rutuja? With every questions, let us suppose if the question is easy, you feel like, oh yes, now I will get, 1 2 marks, and my chances of the mind is very tricky. When you solve one question and it is good and you are clearly getting the answer, you feel confident. The moment next question is tricky, you feel it is lengthy, the mind will definitely tell you that you might fail in this examination, and this will create the fear. Okay, so practice one thing. Now it is not possible to be sit for 2 hours and solve lengthy test series because your exam is just 8 10 days away. So what you can do is practice focusing for, let us suppose, 30 minutes, right, without solving the questions. Because if you solve questions and if you get into that vicious cycle again, it is demoralizing. If you can solve questions, it is good, so that you can practice that stability of mind. But if you don't want to solve it because you don't know na, if the question are getting right or wrong, then what you can do, you try to focus for 30 minutes. 30 minutes focus, then 2 minutes break. So if you are able to focus on your study for 30 minutes, you will be able to focus on all the questions that you are solving on 30 minutes. This one solution I can give. Next solution will be, do not go for answers. Like let us suppose you are solving 15 questions in 15 minutes. Do not cross check their answers, because if they are wrong, you will feel again demoralized. But what you can practice, when you are solving one question, your mind is stable. When you are solving second question, your mind is stable. When you are solving third question, your mind is stable. If you want to practice this, you practice this. Do not watch the answers, right? So what will happen, your mind is little trained for actual exam scenario, where even if the question is lengthy, you are having calmness and solving it. Even if the question is normal and very short, your mind is still helping you to be calm. Another silly mistake that people can commit is, when the question is very easy, they will feel very confident, and in a hurry of marking the question, they will misread it or they will mark it very wrongly. Okay, so avoid all these things. Maintain your stability for the for the duration of your exam, whatever exam you are giving. Maintain the stability for the whole period. That will be one of the good thing to avoid the silly mistakes. Okay, any other doubt? Yes, I am constantly in fear. See, fear though definitely will be there, some type of fear, because definitely I will not say that you will not have any fear. Some portion of fear will be there. You are supposed to manage it, right? So that video will definitely help you to some extent. Second thing is doing some practices, the way I told you to do the practice of solving the questions without getting destabilized. This one practice you can definitely do, right? Okay. So, any other doubt for MPSC? Okay, done. So, Yes, thank you, Duduja. So we will go for the next part of the session, which is like upcoming state PCS, and then we will open it for question and answer. Okay. Now, this is a very, very important thing that I'm telling you, and I'm telling you this with the experience of so many students. Like, I have 1 year mentorship batch which is going on, and I have 57 students in that. They interact with me, they tell me their issues, and I have like many students approach me via Telegram and YouTube, and they discuss their challenges with me. So, cumulatively, I have clubbed 2 to 3 aspect of approach towards PCS and UPSC of all the students in this diagram. Okay. So the most important thing is now I am talking about those state PCS which are upcoming, like they are in October or they are in November, December, right? Or their notification is not out, but they will definitely be out soon. So one thing is you have to first decide your priority. Okay. That if you want to attempt both UPSC and state PCS together simultaneously with equal priority, or you want to attempt UPSC and you are just attempting state PCS for the sake of attempting, or you want to attempt state PCS and as you are studying for state PCS you are attempting UPSC. So there will be 3 kind of people, right? One who are preparing for both very, very sincerely simultaneously, one who are preparing for UPSC and they are just attempting state PCS, one who will be preparing for the state PCS and they are just attempting UPSC for sake of attempting, right? So, okay, Sumit, I will take your doubt. Let me explain this first. So those who are preparing for both, right, and they want to sincerely clear both the examination or either of the examination, for them, we will take the next slide, right? Now, there will be so many people who do not want to attempt for state PCS, and just because everybody else around is attempting, they will go and attempt. Okay? So this is a very, very dangerous pattern. Why I'm telling you this? Because if you don't feel like attempting state PCS and you are attempting it due to any kind of pressure, it is like your peer pressure that your friends are attempting. It is like your family is saying that ye bhi exam de ke dekho, right? And it is like you are feeling that I after 2 3 years I'm not able to get any exam cleared, so let me try multiple exams. So if you are attempting due to any of these factors, the chances of you not clearing this examination will be higher, right? Are you getting? Let us suppose you are not sincerely preparing for state PCS and you are just attempting it. So do you think that the competition is so low that you will be able to get through this examination, right? In real terms, the competition is really high for state PCS also. People are dedicatedly preparing for state PCS. And just for sake of attempting, if you are attempting, the chances will be like you might not clear it. And that will be an added burden on your mind that you have failed in an examination. Are you getting? Right? This has happened with many students. So please decide your priority. If you want to attempt, you attempt, but you prepare for it. If you are not preparing, then you are just increasing a burden of failure, right? Then if it is happening, there are people who are attempting RRB, there are people who are attempting SBI PO, all this examination, right? Or there will be IB examination. So, but if you are not preparing and attempting, if it is added an failure burden, so your courage to attempt UPSC prelims will go on decreasing a bit. Are you getting? With multiple failures and multiple setbacks, in let us suppose every 1 2 months you are attempting an exam, you are not able to clear it, so your courage to attempt UPSC prelims will also be hampered a bit, right? So decide your exams, decide your priority, and then prepare sincerely and then try your best. When you prepare sincerely and attempt PCS and still, let us suppose you are not able to clear it, that impact will be little different than you are just attempting it and getting failed, right? So one thing is that. Second thing, PCS people. So if you are dedicatedly preparing for PCS, and you are attempting UPSC for sake of attempting, again do not do it, right? We may feel in the start that we have 5 6 attempts, and what happens if I try one attempt? Every attempt is very precious, every year is very precious, and every experience is very precious. So if you are just giving it for trial, let us suppose UPSC prelims, you are dedicatedly preparing for state PCS and you are attempting UPSC prelims for trial, definitely one attempt is lost and you don't know what will be your performance. Again, we do not exam, we just say that we are attempting for the sake of attempting. But when exam is nearby, we invest 2 to 3 weeks in that preparation. So I know so many people who are preparing fully for UPSC, but they will be attempting state PCS for sake of attempting. But definitely when the state PCS is nearby, they will invest 2 to 3 precious months in that, and still 2 to 3 definitely 2 to 3 weeks are definitely not enough to clear state PCS. Then again that failure burden, then again UPSC preparation also compromised. Are you getting? So prioritize your time, prioritize your exam preparation, prioritize your choices. Okay, so then only go for it. So now in the next slide, I will talk about those people who are preparing the state PCS and UPSC very, very sincerely, and they want to clear either of them, both of them, but they are sincere in both, right? Okay, so what to do when we have two exams? First and foremost thing, when the rest of the crowd is preparing for only UPSC, let us suppose only one exam, they definitely have more time dedicated to that exam. But when you are preparing for both the exam, the time limitations will be there, right? So let us suppose you are studying, just hypothetically I am telling, you are studying 12 hours a day, right? So in that 12 hours, rest of the people are studying 12 hours for UPSC completely. And you will be studying 12 in 12 hours, let us suppose 8 hours for UPSC and 4 hours for state PCS. Again, it depends on how much syllabus is overlapping between your state PCS and UPSC. So fortunately, there will be few state PCS for which the syllabus overlapping is very high. For example, MPSC, right? MPSC mains is completely on the pattern of UPSC mains. But there will be so many state PCS for whose prelims will have optional also, right? So in prelims, they have normal GS and optional also. In mains, they have other patterns. So first and foremost thing will be you have to map your state PCS syllabus with UPSC syllabus. How much syllabus is overlapping, you have to extract it. Okay. Are you able to hear me? Anyone? Yes. Okay. So first and foremost thing will be to map the syllabus, right? So if your syllabus is overlapping 70%, 60%, 50%, it will be a very good thing. What you can do, the overlapping syllabus, you will prepare from one source only. This will help you in save your time. So I have seen people, what they will do, there will be so many books which will be the state PCS specific books, and there will be books of UPSC standard examination, right? So what they are doing the study of, let us suppose Lakshmikant for polity for UPSC, and they will be doing their state PCS polity book also. So this is like double work, right? And if you want to sincerely study for both the examination, reduce your work, because two big exam going parallelly is a very, very little challenging and impossible job. So those syllabus which are overlapping in your state PCS and your UPSC, only one source you will follow. Now you decide your state source you want to follow or UPSC standard source you want to follow. But I would suggest you to follow UPSC standard source only, because even if you are equally dedicated to both the examination, definitely you will be more willing to, like most of the people will be more willing to clear UPSC, right? So use standard sources of UPSC for your state PCS also. Reduce your 2 to 3 syllabus sources. Then, so that part is done. Now there will be some part in your state PCS which will be very specific to your region, or specific to your state history, or specific to your state surrounding, right? Like state heritage. So that you have to prepare separately. Now, rather than devoting time on daily basis to prepare that, I would advise to dedicate a separate days in months to prepare that. So what will happen? Let us suppose you are preparing for both the exams simultaneously. So now is the phase, let us suppose you are attempting for 2026. So now is the phase in UPSC where you are preparing your mains. Right? Prelims is not yet started. Prelims you should not start it, because from now onwards prelims is almost 8-9 months, right? So if you do prelims right now, your mains is already compromised. So now is the phase where you are supposed to do your GS mains and your optional by December, or let us suppose by November end. And from December onwards, those who are uncomfortable with prelims, they will start a little early. Those who are comfortable, they will start from January. So you are already doing your GS mains and your optional, and in that you are also preparing your state PCS. So it is little unmanageable thing that in a day you are doing GS mains, you are doing optional, and you are doing state PCS. So this will be my advice. You think if you can take it. So in a day you complete GS mains and optional for UPSC, and in a month you take out that 1 week, or you take out that 4-5 days dedicatedly, where you are preparing those syllabus points from your state PCS which are not overlapping with UPSC. Understanding? So that you have a complete zone out of things. Because let us suppose in 30 days you are preparing 24 days for UPSC, but in UPSC you are also preparing that overlapping syllabus of state PCS. So now 6 to 7 days you will dedicatedly prepare for those things which are not overlapping with UPSC. Again, it will depend on the percentage. So I am thinking at least 60-70% syllabus should be overlapping for any state. I am just thinking. Again, there will be some states for which optional is also there for prelims. Let us suppose their prelims is in January. So they are definitely supposed to finish GS and optional by December. So doing optional is non-negotiable. Either you are appearing for UPSC next year, you are supposed to finish your optional now. Either you are appearing for state PCS examination which has prelims, you are supposed to finish your optional now. So do not compromise on GS mains and optional. And for the separate part of state PCS, take out some days in the month. This is the approach right now. Now, yes, so there will be a challenge of understanding the question pattern, because UPSC question asking style is different. Then state PCS question asking style is different, right? So as I am from Maharashtra, I will tell you about MPSC only. So the question type of MCSE is very, very objective. For UPSC, it is not like that. For UPSC, it will be conceptual. Even if they are asking objective details, they will ask the major objective details which are supposed to be mucked up by the student. But it is not the case in state PCS. So they will ask very minute details in objective pattern. Then they will ask sometimes they will ask very, not so important points of syllabus, or we will not even feel that this is what we are supposed to mucked up, and but they are asking question on that. So your primary duty is that get the PYQ book of UPSC, which I hope you already have it. Then get the PYQ book of the state PCS. Whenever you are doing any topic, let us suppose you are doing civil disobedience movement from modern India. So you are supposed to analyze PYQ of UPSC, and you are supposed to analyze PYQ of state prelims, right? Same goes with the mains. Let us suppose you are doing syllabus topic of Indian economy. You are supposed to analyze the UPSC mains questions, and if your state PCS has the mains pattern, so you are supposed to analyze the mains questions of that pattern. So every state PCS has different patterns. So I am talking in general. Whatever pattern your state PCS has, you are supposed to map those PYQs for all the stages of examination as compared to the UPSC, and understand the difference and prepare some data around it. Because if you make notes only on the basis of UPSC pattern, it will be challenging to deal the state PCS, right? And or if you make notes only on the state PCS pattern, it will be challenging to deal with the UPSC, right? So make the notes as if you are able to satisfy both the needs of both the examination, right? And this will come only with the PYQ analysis point of view. I have already uploaded another video on how to analyze PYQ. It is from the UPSC perspective, but definitely you will be able to apply it to the state PCS, because analysis, strategy, mindset, all these things are going to be common in any examination. And only thing that will vary is the content or syllabus of that examination, right? Or the structure of that examination. Then Yes. So again, you also have to plan the flow of finishing the things. So let us suppose your state PCS prelims is in February, right? And your mains is after February, after let us suppose after 4 5 months, your mains is in July. See, now your UPSC prelims is in May and your UPSC mains in August, right? So if your state PCS prelims is in February, you cannot have the luxury to finish the syllabus by April because your UPSC prelims is in May, right? You have to schedule your things so that you are completing the syllabus of your prelims by February before your state PCS only. And for UPSC, you will just revise whatever you have prepared. So your revision time will be little more. Or you have to just after that state PCS in February, you will dedicate some 2 3 weeks for some mains preparation because you are doing your state prelims now itself because it is in February. So some adjustment you have to do so that you will be prepared for mains also, which is UPSC mains, your state PCS mains also, and both the prelims also. Are you getting? So this you can definitely do it. For every state, it will vary. So if you want to have my guidance on this, what you can do in the comment section of our Telegram channel, you can post your state PCS dates and your plan of study. I will analyze them, then I will make some changes or I will advise some things to adjust it very nicely so that you have a proper schedule of how to proceed further. That one thing I will definitely do it because the right schedule is a half thing done. Scheduling is very important for students, which are my students. I am definitely going for daily scheduling, their weekly scheduling, their monthly scheduling. So unless and until you have a very proper schedule, it will be challenging. So it's a request. If you want me to correct your schedule, make a schedule for UPSC and your state PCS prelims mains, how you are going to cover the things, and post this message in the comment section. I will definitely review it. Okay? So, okay. So in between, one final advice will be, for example, there are so many students who will be engaged in, let us suppose, part-time job or full-time job or some family responsibilities. So it is a very, very important thing to understand. If you are doing two exams sincerely, you have to engage all the time in exam preparation only. It is not like that. It will be rarest of rare case that a person is a working professional and that person is preparing for state PCS and UPSC and still clearing both examination. It will be rarest of the rare thing. Yes, people are working professional and they are preparing UPSC or they are preparing state PCS. It is still doable to clear the examination. But preparing for two examination with some time invested in some other activities like family responsibilities or job, it will be a really challenging thing. You will not understand. You will feel like you are doing preparation, but it will not be enough. And chances are there that you might not do justice with the examinations. So if you are preparing for both examinations sincerely, you have to take out all the time of your daily schedule to prepare for this examination. This is my advice. This is my personal advice. Things may vary person to person. Okay, so this is it from my side about how you are supposed to prepare your both the examination. Now I would really like to take your doubts and questions so that specific queries will be addressed. So I have Sumit question. Sumit, you are asking about which state PCS? For UPSC, you're asking. Okay. Okay. So your first doubt, Sumit, I will take that for UPSC, you are not supposed to burden yourself for, daily answer writing as of now. So always remember there are two stages of your competitive exam success. One is preparation, another is implementation. Okay. So what is preparation? Preparation means you are reading standard syllabus, you are making good notes out of it. If you have notes, it will be very easy to do the implementation stage, that is answer writing. ठीक है? So right now is the phase of preparation. So I know there will be people who are, doing 10 answers daily, daily answer writing, daily answer checking. But if you don't have good data, if you don't have good background preparation, then you will not be able to write good answers, right? So first focus on finishing standard sources, making notes out of it. Simultaneously, you do the toppers copy. And once you are ready with your data and insights from toppers copy, let us suppose November, December, you do good answer writing, then you start your prelims preparation. This should be the ideal flow. So do not pressurize yourself that everybody is doing answer writing, I am not able to do it, right? And for peer group, this is my way of doing things. Definitely you will be added in so many telegram channels, so where other students are also preparing. So I used to put a message that I am this and I want to prepare, let us suppose I want to do daily answer writing practice, I want a sincere partner. I used to get so many messages, so I used to discuss with the people with whom the frequency is matching, one or two people, we used to make group and we used to write the answer. So this I have done it many times for mapping, for answer writing, right? So be very open and courageous to ask such type of request in a sincere group, and you will definitely get partners. ठीक है? Okay. Short notes of toppers directly and revise them and add current affairs in that. Okay. So the only challenge with the other toppers short notes, Sumit, is that those toppers have prepared short notes by their own understanding. So let us suppose they have scanned 2-3 sources and they took only those things which they want to, which they feel that they want to mug up, or whatever they know, they will not add in their notes. So that notes are prepared from their understanding perspective. First thing, it will be very difficult for you to understand somebody else's notes because they are bits and pieces, they are not comprehensive books. Second thing, if somebody is making own notes by scanning 2-3 sources and you are referring to that notes, that person preparation will be definitely higher than you, right? So this is a fact that if I am making my own notes after scanning multiple sources, my preparation hold will be stronger than a person who is just relying on toppers notes, right? So in a competition where lakhs of people are appearing, there will be definitely few thousands who are making their own notes by scanning sources. So in compared to them, your preparation will be little behind and chances of you clearing the examination will be little less. As simple as that. So definitely multiple toppers notes are available. You can refer to them, but always remember that your competitiveness will be less than those who are preparing their own notes, because they will have hold over their understanding. They will have hold over their, uh, content. Don't worry for answer writing. On daily basis, you analyze toppers copies, you learn how they have written, you write intro, you compare your intro with the toppers copy, something like that. Again, I will not advise that only do preparation and content, do some implementation also. But this phase is like, what has happened now? Like I have seen that now people are worried for their answer writing. Now they are not that much into making all the syllabus notes completely by December. They will worry for answer writing, and when prelims is over, between prelims and mains, they will realize that they don't have complete notes for complete topic of syllabus, and they will start writing answer, they will start making notes between prelims and mains. So now they should make notes and then they will implement and make answer writing. But now they will be worried for answer writing, and between prelims and mains they will be making notes which is very time consuming and they will not be able to write answers. So ulta ho raha hai if you are able to get it. So don't worry for so much of answer writing right now. Analyze the toppers copies and just make the frameworks that intro should be like this, conclusion should be like this, body should be like this. But right now by December you are definitely supposed to cover all the important syllabus sources with good notes. This is the task that you should have by December. Optional and GS. All the sources with notes should be completed. Okay, टेस्ट में निगेटिव क्वेश्चंस ज्यादा हो रहे हैं, कैसे इंप्रूव करें? Okay, so for negative marking, there is a pattern that I always tell to the student. For example, what happens when we solve one test, we will just see this is number of right, this is number of wrong questions, and this is the score. But more than this, what you are supposed to do is why your questions are going wrong. If you are able to catch that pattern, it will be very easy to develop a counter pattern. Right. So if you analyze your pattern, like why you are making your question particular, let's suppose question number one is wrong, why you made that question wrong, then you will have that pattern, you will make a counter pattern, and you will implement this counter pattern in the next test. Okay. So Zayomi, can I know your name so that I can talk to you? So I have prepared one video where I'm talking about this. Okay. So this video. This is the 50 days to prelims 2025 approach. So in this video, I am talking about exactly the same, how you are supposed to analyze your paper and know your pattern, counter pattern. Okay. So this is, So if you go and watch it, like it is around 50 minutes, if you can watch it. So it will be very helpful for you.
Manifestation is not magic. It is physics. Most people think the law of attraction is about.
Okay. Very wrong. Okay, so here I am talking about how, let us suppose 100 questions are there in your paper. So make a list of right questions, make a list of wrong questions. Like let us suppose question number 2 is wrong, question number 11 is wrong, question number 12 is wrong. So what is the pattern? So I have explained in that video how you will find out that pattern, and you have to make the counter pattern. So this counter pattern, if you implement in your examination, next in your next test, it will drastically reduce your mistakes and it will increase your marks. Understanding? Okay, I hope it is clear. Please watch that video because it will take 15-20 minutes to tell me all these things here. So better than this, I have explained in that video. Okay. Yes, Sumit. Yes, you definitely take help of sincere peer groups of Telegram. Yes. I hope you Okay, Geeta, how to read book faster along with taking notes, but I am consistent in my preparation, still studying like a primary school student, word by word, how to tackle. See, when you are doing any source for the first time, it will be very slow, right? Let us suppose even me, if I am doing the new source of, let us suppose, geography for the first time in my life, it will be a very slow process that I'm reading, I'm making notes, and notes is very time consuming. Making notes is very time consuming. So many times students will feel that I don't want to make notes, I will just read it and finish it, read it and finish it. But in competitive examination, reading is not enough. If you have to make notes. So first time notes making is a very tiring job. It is a very demoralizing job because you will feel your speed is very slow. But once you make that notes now, second time reading those notes, let us suppose you have 200-page book, you are making notes and the notes are like 80 pages. For 200, the first round short notes are 80 pages. If you just read this book, it is taking 5 days, but if you are making notes, it is taking 10 days. I understand that it will be looking like a very slow process, but once you make that 10 days, once you invest that 10 days and make notes, reading those 80 pages notes will take you only 3 days, right? And out of that 80 pages, you will extract 40 pages notes. Then reading that 40 pages notes will take you only 1.5 day, right? Or 2 days, right? Then out of that 40 pages, you will again extract notes, which will be like 15 to 20 pages. 1 day is enough. Then again, you will extract 5 page, which is such a micro notes that you are revising it 10 times in one single day. So this cycle is definitely time consuming, but this is the natural way of doing things where you will feel confident. Now, let us suppose you are not taking notes and you are reading books in 5-6 days, or 200-page books in 5-6 days. Then next time again 5-6 days. So your motto of reading and rereading the book will be getting hampered because it is very time consuming for the second round also, for the third round also, for the fourth round also, the same 5 6 days, 5 6 days. And when exam is like 10 days away, investing 5 6 days in one book is not at all possible. So even if in the start this notes making is little tiring compared to just reading, after one or two rounds of notes, this is very rewarding because you are revising whole syllabus in just 2 hours when the micro notes are ready. Okay, so Geeta, it's very fine if for the first time you are reading and let us suppose Lakshmikant is taking you 1 month or 1.5 months to read and make notes. It's okay. You will pick up speed in the modern when you are doing spectrum. It will be 1 month. You will pick up speed in the geography. It will be only 3 weeks. But once you invest this 2 3 4 months in doing all the sources for the first time and extracting notes, then later rounds will be very easy. Okay, getting it? Okay. Any other doubt? Okay. Any other doubt? Anybody? No doubts? Yes. Yes, thank you so much. Any other doubts? Otherwise, we will close this session. This was just some interactive session. I thought of addressing your doubts because many people were asking, and there are so many who couldn't join. So I will post this on YouTube also so that they are able to get the things. Okay, thank you so much. I will be conducting these type of sessions in between. You can come and ask your doubts. Thank you, everybody. Okay, ending this session. Thank you so much.